go to jail.
For trespassing.
If they don't want you there, you're not going.
What's the law that says that?
Trespassing.
That's not trespassing.
Yes, it is. Well, I guess.
See how they do. Looks like you can get test kits. I'm assuming that's for COVID. Got all this stuff here. Board of Health board right there. One door locked. Thank you.
Can we help you?
Oh, I'm just getting some video.
Well, you don't need to be videoing me. I would rather you not. And where are you from? Who are you?
I'm just doing a story.
For
Myself. I'm independent.
You can't be videoing in here if you like. You can't do that.
Yeah, I can. Most certainly can.
Okay.
I'm working on a story, so.
So, is there a day next week that would work?
There he is.
Hi, excuse me, can I help you?
I'm working on a story. Just getting some pictures.
Okay, but can one of us help you, or are you just randomly, like, what are you doing, I guess? What are you
I
here
just
for?
told you what I was doing. Getting some
You weren't very
pictures, video
specific.
For a story.
What is your name?
My name is Jason. Who are
Jason.
you?
My name is Missy Smith. What is
And
your
what
last name?
capacity do you work here?
I'm not answering any more questions until you
Well,
answer
I've already
questions.
answered everything that I
No.
have to answer.
What is your last name?
It doesn't matter.
Who do you work for?
I
You're
work
not
for
answering
myself.
questions. I'm calling the sheriff.
You want me to push the button, Missy?
I don't know if you need to push the button, but we'll definitely call.
What I'm doing is 100% legal.
Okay, but we don't know who you are, so if you don't have business here, you're trespassing.
I'm not trespassing. I just
Well,
told
maybe
you.
are. I'm just gonna. Can I
I'm
do you mind
working
if I
on-
seek clarification?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Call him.
thank you.
You can come in.
I was going to let my in the middle of something here.
Can I help you, ma'am?
You just, I got the 145. I want you to sign it.
Hi, this is Missy Smith of the Health Department. I just realized maybe I should have called the police instead. There's a gentleman here at the Health Department, and he's filming, and he won't tell us his name or what it's here for, or he's here for. And I mean, I don't know if he's within his rights to do that. He says he is, but he has no business here, so I don't know if that's trespassing or if they can at least come by and talk to him. Because our staff doesn't feel safe. Okay. He said his first name is Jason. He won't give me any other information. And I mean, I'm not saying he isn't within his rights, but he's making the staff uncomfortable.
I'll try again. You try again?
Probably the police, I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Oh. He's got a jacket, jeans, black shoes.
I'm not going anywhere. I'll wait for him.
I'm sorry, what?
So I ain't going anywhere. I'll wait for him. And I told you I was working on a story. I didn't tell you.
And that's fine. I'm not trying to be
But you did. You
confrontational.
told them I wouldn't tell you what I was here, and I told you I
I'm
was
sorry.
working on a story.
Okay, I'm sorry. He is working on a story. I guess I apologize for that, sir. He did tell us that he is working on a story, but he doesn't have health department business, and he's making the staff uncomfortable. So, I mean, I'm not asking him to leave. I'm just asking if someone can come check it out.
Lisa, what do you need?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Miss
Bye-bye.
George, can we get home Tuesday?
I just don't understand how you can work on a story without asking us additional information. Like,
Because this is a public building,
Okay.
right?
I understand that.
Okay.
So what is the story if it's just pictures, I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, I'm just getting public information. That's all I'm doing. The bulletin boards and the stuff that's there for the public.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I wasn't trying to like she's talking and doing stuff with her. I'm not getting that right.
Right, because that is protected health information, and you're not.
Yeah, I can't try to get her information.
Right.
But I can
And
get anything.
you can't film anybody that's in here either.
Yes, I
All
can.
right, well, congratulations.
If I'm in a public space, which I'm at right now,
Okay.
right? And I can see you. You're behind the counter. I can
Right, but
film
those
anything
people are here
that
for
I
health
can see.
services. They have protected health
I
information.
understand that.
Okay.
But okay, do I know what they're here for? There's more than one thing.
You can figure that out from what desk they're standing at. Yes, that can be inferred or implied.
But anybody that walks in here could know that, right? If you're standing here
Right, but
and you
you
see
are
something,
filming it for.
it doesn't matter.
Is it for your
if you
personal
can see
use?
it,
Is it for public
no,
use?
it'd be public on.
Okay, so that is different. You know what? And I'm not arguing. You may be correct. I'm not saying that I am right and you were wrong. I'm just saying you're making the staff uncomfortable and you won't give us any additional information.
Well, I told you what I was doing. I told you my first name. I'm being polite.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know that you are. You are being very
And
polite,
on
sir.
top of that,
But
you guys have cameras in here, correct?
I am
There's
not going
cameras
to
in
answer
here,
that
correct?
question. I am not going to answer that question.
Because there is cameras in here. I've
You
already
don't know
seen
that.
some.
I am not going to answer that question. I'm done. I'll let you and the sheriff work it out.
All right.
So, and I'm not trying to be confrontational with you, but I just don't
I'm
understand
not
why
either.
it
It's-
doesn't bother you that you're making people here uncomfortable.
They shouldn't be uncomfortable over a camera when they're already being recorded.
That is your assumption, sir. You do not know that.
Well, a camera does not hurt anybody. Yeah.
I don't think we have any more business. I'll just let them.
That needs to come down. You guys have any special programs for the holidays coming up?
What is that? I'm sorry.
Special programs for like holidays for families and kids?
Do we? I don't think so.
No.
Pregnant, but I typically prefer.
How you doing, sir?
How's it going?
I'm good. Officer Burton,
What's going on?
just taking some pictures and video. Public information, working on a story. I told them that.
Okay. You got an ID
She
on
was,
you?
hold on, I need ID for
Because I got caught here for you, so I need to identify you.
I don't have to ID, I ain't broke the law.
And they don't want you here, so.
They didn't tell me to leave for one. For two, they don't really have
Do you want
to.
him to leave?
Nice to meet you.
You gotta leave.
Or
You'll go to jail.
for trespassing?
Yes.
Okay, you know that's not right.
Okay. Where's
You
your
don't,
ID
you
at?
don't have the
Let's go outside.
you don't have the right to trespass me from here.
Well, they don't want you here. You're not here for a reason.
I am here for a reason. I told them I was working on a story. And I have every right to do so.
Okay, well, they don't
Just
want
like I have every right to record you. You're
I
a
know.
public
I
employee.
have no issue with that.
They're public employees. This is a public building. I was getting public information and asking questions. So as a
Okay.
journalist, I'm allowed to ask questions. And you can't stop me from doing it.
Okay.
So telling me that you're going to trespass me, that's wrong.
Well, that's how it's going to work.
And you're going to stick to that?
Yep.
Even though that the law says that you're not a feelings enforcement.
They don't want you here.
You're a law enforcement officer.
Okay, they don't want you here. You got your ID on you?
I'm not giving my ID. I don't broke the law.
Okay. Well, being in there was when they had no reason to be in there. They came out.
I already told you I had reason.
Well, that's not a reason to keep them uncomfortable and wondering why you're there.
I told them why I was there.
Okay,
And
well,
she
they
said
didn't.
that she didn't know if I was within my rights or not, which you're supposed to go in there and tell her that I am. Not tell me that I have to leave.
Okay, well, you don't
There's
give me.
case law and everything else. You want to read that? I'll tell you exactly why I'm allowed to be here and why you can't make me leave.
Okay. Well, they don't want you inside the building. So
Okay,
you
so-
can record out here and do whatever your story is, but they don't
So
want you inside
you're
the
going to
building.
violate my rights, right?
That's not violating your rights.
Yes,
They
it
didn't
is.
want you to hear.
It's 100%.
They told me to
violation.
tell you to leave. They don't want you here, so that's what we're going with.
All right, so you're going to violate my rights.
It's not
basically.
violating your rights.
It is, because you want to read what the actual law is, because you're law enforcement. You're not feelings enforcement.
I'm aware of the First Amendment right.
Okay, are you aware of all the case law that says I can do this?
You can record out here if you want. I'm not saying you
I
can't.
can record in there,
Well, they don't want you in there.
but it doesn't matter.
It's their right to not
It's not.
allow you in there.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a public building.
Exactly, and
If
they
I
don't
was
want
in
you
there
in here.
yelling and screaming and throwing stuff, then yes, they would have a right to say, hey, you can't be in here because you're causing a
They have the
disturbance
right
that you're
to
breaking
tell you
the
to
law.
leave. It's that simple.
Is it Hughes? How you doing?
So what's the story that you're working on?
I don't have to disclose my story. I told you I'm a journalist working on a story, gathering public information.
Okay.
Okay?
You have your credentials if you're a journalist?
There is no such thing.
Okay. Well, they don't want you here, so it's that simple.
There,
So you're saying you explained to them why you were here?
yeah, I explained to them why I'm here.
Okay.
All right,
What's your name? Rumor?
Rummer.
Rummer?
Yeah, rum. Kind of like the drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys know the actual law that I'm allowed to go in here as a journalist and gather content?
That is not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
That's not true. If they don't want you here, it's still, even though it's public or government
There's
owned.
case law on it.
Yeah, I don't care.
All
It's
this
still
case
government
law.
owned, and they have a right to refuse you to come in.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Did I ask what you were trying to say?
I was just getting the stuff off the walls, you know, like the posters and bulletins and stuff like that. And then I asked if there was any programs or what have you for like the winter and things like that.
Like,
Just public information.
okay. What kind of
You know,
program?
I'm not trying to get like people's personal stuff. But,
Yeah, I was just curious because health department and HIPAA and all that stuff.
Well, that stuff's on them. The
Right.
onus is on them to protect somebody's information. That's why they have offices in the back. They take them to the back to
Right,
do
I
their
understand.
stuff.
That's why I was
So I don't
asking.
know why people's here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean-
They could be here for any number of things.
Sure, absolutely.
So, as far
They
as
do still have the right to refuse you to come in.
how is that? If I was breaking a law, yes.
Doesn't
If
matter.
I'm not
It's
causing
still-
a disturbance
it is
and I'm
still-
peacefully just recording the
it is
information and
still
asking for
an area
public
where
information,
If they don't want you there, you're not going to be there. Just like the city building that you were in just a little bit ago.
I can be there too.
No, if they don't want you there, you're not going.
What's the law that says that?
Trespassing?
That's not trespassing.
Yes, it is. Well, I guess if you want to push it, we can push it.
I'm just saying that
And I'm
it's
telling you that's how it's going to be. If you go back in there and they don't want you there, it's going to be trespassing.
fine. I won't go back in. But that's a violation of the First Amendment right there.
Well, you have your opinion, and I'll take it to the court, and we'll see how the court decides on it. That's the way you want to push it.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Have a good day.
I believe you're wrong, though.
Well,
I mean, I tried to
you have
show
your
him.
opinion, and I have mine. I think you probably ought to go.
All right. All right, guys. So we're getting booted or arrested, one of the two, which we're going to have to follow up on this one. I don't think they have the right to say anything, but they obviously think that they do have the right. Washington Courthouse obviously does not follow the law or their oath to the Constitution.